particular pass, I mean, you could just hear that ball sizzling in the air.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here we go. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
I'm wondering. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Joey Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward.
Now Burrow loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And connecting here with DJ Sharp. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up the 4th down. 4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. completion this time for Justin Herbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
And they'll let the quarterback keep him here on 1st and 10. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. Between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert now. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. DJ Reader. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Hopkins' kick is good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll try and run the option left side. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for there being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now Burrow. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on the punt. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Once more, here's Eckler. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Herbert off of play action. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. Now it's Herbert. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer, 35 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. That's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Herbert. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes our score. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Burrow, he targets Ingram for another grab.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
On the move past the 40.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now it's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Third and 2, now Burrow. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a deck.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, L.A.
Mike Williams.
64 yards.
And the Chargers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Khalil Mack, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Here we go. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Rolling to his right.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
picked up by J.C. Jackson.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. It's Eckler again. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1.
Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line.
On the option, here's Eckler. And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
10 more there and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Up the middle with Eckler.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Justin Herbert with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 60 yards.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
11 Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
On 2nd and goal, Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
There's the option going left on 2nd down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On is the Chargers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is fielded at the 27. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that zero. Escaping the pressure right.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To the air again, Burrow. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Complete to Evan Ingram. 1st and goal, Cincinnati.
Burrow looking to pass. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
3rd and goal, Burrow. This is caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. And Burrow going to keep it himself. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Joe Burrow scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bengals are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Well, that's true. You've said that before. The Charger drive about to get going.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
DJ Reader there on the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.
And this is caught. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Joe Burrow with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Eckler now between the tackles. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now whistles here, and they might have been a little too fired up to go after the punter. So a 5-yard swing, but still 4th down.
You just wonder if the punt team used up something there that they didn't need to, right? Draw them off sides, but it still doesn't get them a 1st down. I used that one on 4th and 5 or less.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. The Chargers, they're going to continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody. Thanks for watching.